Hi, Chiva Hermanas and Chiva Hermanos. Welcome back to another episode of We Got to Know You, the show where we want to know absolutely everything that makes you a Chiva Hermano living outside Mexico, everything that you want to tell us, and everything that you want to share that makes you a Chiva Hermano. Let's go. Welcome back, everybody. I'm so excited to have you back on another episode of We Go to Know You. This is going to be a very special one because it's the first time we have an entire family on this show. We are going to talk to a very special Chiva Hermano and Chiva Hermana fans that live in California and going to tell us everything what it is to know about their Chiva story and their background living in the United States and building up this Chivas fandom. So please welcome Familia González and Dad, Jose Juan, Genesis, Jose Juan, and little Israel. How are you guys? Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Hola, ¿cómo estamos, Gaby?
I'm doing great, thank you. Thank you so much for being here. How are you today? How is it going? Is it cold already in California?
Yeah, it was nice, and it was pretty cold last night. It's pretty chilly.
Awesome.
I like the cold, but not too cold. It started kicking in.
Okay, so it's chilly, but it's nice. It's still nice to go outside, just a little jacket, and we're good, right? It's chill.
Yeah.
Okay, pretty awesome. So thank you guys for being here. I'm so excited because it's the first time we have an entire family of Chiva Hermanos, and I'm so happy I had the opportunity. So if you don't know, Jose Juan is a loyal watcher of We Got to Know You, and he's been in a couple of shows commenting and giving us feedback on the show. He was like, hey, I want to tell my story. And I immediately looked him over on YouTube and tried to message him and try to reach out. And fortunately, here we are. And I am very curious to know your story because you have a very interesting one. So why don't we go back? Before talking to the kids, I want to know your story, Jose Juan, about where were you born and how is it that you are now in the United States?
My name is Juan Jose González Hurtado. I was born in Mexico City, and in Salostoque, Estado de Mexico, in November 1st, 1987. So, 87, it's a beautiful year because that's when Chivas also won the championship. You know, the ninth title.
Yeah.
And, kind of, well, the campeonismo, was in 1965 towards 1970, in 87, that's when I was born. So I was brought to this beautiful country of, the United States of America at the age of 3 months old. I was a baby.
Oh, okay.
So my parents immigrated to San Bernardino, California, and I've been raised here ever since. Fortunately, I was brought without a visa, so for 30 years of my life, I was categorized what they call an illegal immigrant. So I had to work and live in the shadows, but that's one thing I like about Chivas, that kind of like since I was little, that brought me to this institution, that, no matter what, through hard work, dreams could be accomplished. It made me more mentally stronger, and it made me a better person overall, as it made me acquire different traits and skills that maybe I wouldn't have acquired along this path. So I worked in the construction, restaurant industry, dishwasher, car washer, anything that was available, When the E-Verify thing kind of came out, it kind of like affected my family a little bit, always been a hard worker, so that kind of, when that happened though, I didn't give up. I would take it as a job, and at 8 a.m. I would go out and go apply at different jobs, no matter what job. from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. For 8 hours, I would go out and apply until somebody gave me a chance. And once they gave me a chance, I took the opportunity until, until there was no more. And, luckily, though, 5 years ago in 2017, that was a big year for all of Chiva Hermano fans and myself as well. It was a crazy year for me too. I was approved my permiso for it's called a pardon for overstaying your visa here. And so the pardon, I had to prove that my family was gonna extreme hardship. And at that time though, when they got approved, I was going through some stuff with my wife as well. So it was a kind of a sweet and sour kind of thing. Because I had to go out to Juarez. It was a big thing for me, for my family, because I didn't know if they were gonna give me my green card or not. Because I still had to go out of the country and go to the consulado in Juarez. And but thank God, Chivas that year got me through all that kind of like depression, up and down, the worriness of not knowing the outcome of what was gonna happen with my life. I was trying to see, okay, if they don't give it to me, at least I have an education and an English, that I could use, over there in Mexico for my advantage. So I was, kind of like seeing both sides.
But let me ask you something. So you were in the process of getting the green card, but you had to go to Juarez in order to get it. So you were somehow risking that if you came back to Mexico, you couldn't go back to the USA, right?
Yes, because that's what we dreamers are doing. We risk ourselves, we expose ourselves,
Wow.
as we give ourselves to our information, where we live and all that. But me, by being pardoned, they were pardoning me the time, but like you said, I still had to go out and have my case reviewed by the immigration officer and approved. And then still, when I was approved, I was given the option to wait in Juarez for my passport to be stamped and my green card. But when I arrived, they actually killed over 20 people that were in a drug rehabilitation center there in Juarez. So for our safety, I just decided to go back to Tijuana and wait for it through the mail. And when I arrived about 8 days later, we still had to cross through the border and be, inspected by an official and another stamp.
Yeah.
But when that happened and they stamped, I fell to my knees. I got the interview to get an added stamp, so I'm waiting for that. I got kind of bummed out because once I took them to our first games this year, 2020 hit, COVID hit, that stopped everything. I got separated from my wife in 2018-20. We're in our 5th and 6th year, and we're healthy. They're healthy, they're doing better in school. First, second year, yes, we went through the motions of why is it happening, all that. But that's why we love Chivas, because Chivas has helped our family, since I was little to now, and how close we are. Chivas gives me bonding time with my daughter, to have one-on-one times with them. So I wish I could get Chiva bonus for all of us, but right now I can only afford 2. Yeah. But it's good because it gives me one-on-one time. First trip I did by myself was against San Luis this year. And it was funny because I went to the bathroom and I missed the first goal.
No.
My first game ever, and I missed the first goal. And luego, I think because I only bought one Chiva Bono, and then I got more money. I bought his. So I was like, they said I could get the Chiva Bono. So I went to guest services, and boom, cae el segundo gol. Gol. Estoy como el meme del chavo con la leche que está en el estadio, está así. Y ya abajo, y porque empecé a hablar con la gente de ahí, bien bueno, ya ves los Chiva hermanos hablando, todos se conectan.
Ajá.
Y pero todos me empezaron a decir, Dios, Dios, Dios. Que después me fuera al baño para que
Que te
cayera
vayas
otro
al
gol,
baño
pero-
para que metan más goles. So
Y luego ya cayó el tercero, sí.
I'm sorry. I just want to go a little back
Yeah.
because I'm really curious about this, and I always ask every single guest on the show, because most of my guests are like they went to the USA very young, or they were actually born in the USA. So I am very curious. How is it that you became a Chiva hermano? Because you went to the USA when you were 3 months old, so you were like a little baby. So is your dad a Chiva hermano? How is it that you became a
My
Chiva?
dad, ironically, he's an America fan, but an old school America fan. He's from the old times, and he didn't follow soccer mostly of his adult life, but he was a young America fan.
Okay.
So half of my family is Chivas fan. So shout outs to the Revalo family from my dad's side. Hipólito family here in San Bernardino, California, from my mom's side. They're all Chiva hermano fans. and half of my dad's family is America fans. So it's always been a rivalry. My first championship was 2006, 2007. I was 10 years old, so that's at the age like him where our memories are more fresher. You know, you're a kid at 10. El Gusano, ¿te acuerdas Gusano Nápoles?
Of course.
Everybody wanted to do the worm when you scored a goal, you know. So that's when I started really falling in love, touching the dirt, doing the worm, smelling the grass after a goal. You know, that rush to make a goal for el Tilón Chávez, Claudio Suárez, you know, ¿cómo te puedes olvidar de Claudio Suárez? No, that was 97.
97.
I said
Yes.
06, yeah. I said 06, my bad. That was 97. As a kid, the whole Chivas thing, you know, ya de adulto, a los 18, 19, en el 2006, 2007, ya ganamos con Osvaldo, con Bofo, con Magallón, Héctor Reynoso, Vice, Omar, otro equipazo. Es un proceso porque ya ves, Vergara les dio la oportunidad, Chicharito, a todos a seguir sus sueños. Él podía hacer, no, aquí te vas a quedar y no, porque nomás somos de equipo mexicano y no te puedo dejar ir porque eres mi ganado, pues, ¿no? Pero les los dejó y eso también lo admiré, pues, de Chivas, que aunque nos va a ir dificultosa la cosa, sabemos que vamos a poder llegar para atrás, arriba, you know?
Yeah. We know what it's like to be on top and to be in the bottom. So we know like we have every single feeling about being a Chiva hermano. We know those feelings. We know
y por eso yo creo que nuestros campeonatos valen doble. 17, ya ves, ganamos otra vez contra Tigre.
Yeah.
Ellos pudieron vivir ese campeonato. Cuando me dieron mi green card y todo eso lo vivieron conmigo, toda esa emoción.
Time is flying.
Yeah,
You're having a lot of fun. We are already 20 minutes into this conversation, but and I'm pretty sure everybody wants also to know this young people that you have beside you. Genesis, Juan Jose, Israel. Hi guys. Do you want to tell me about your Chivas passion, Genesis?
Yes. The reason why I started watching Chivas was because of my father. I seen him watching the game. I got interested of watching and wanting to play soccer. And there's this one player on the Chivas team. It's a girl called her name is Rita, and he inspired me to want to play more soccer and like want to do. I seen how many goals he had made, and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna be just like her. And at school, I used to play with the guy who showed us that I could like play too, and like because they used to always say, no, you can't play with a girl. And so I'm like, okay, and I always used to like, I was like, okay, then let's play so I can prove them that even though I'm a girl, I can do something to do whatever I want.
Of course.
And my first game, my dad took me to was I went to 2 games in a row. So it was with the girls versus
Juarez.
Juarez, yeah, versus Juarez, and then I went to a guys game. And my first game ever.
Against Monterrey, we lost.
It was fun. Cool. Even though this was my first experience, even though we lost, the boys lost, everybody was like celebrating and stuff, and I was very surprised. I was like, that was my first time. I seen the Borra, like everything. We went to first. It was my experience because we ran to go on the field on one side because we were playing the little games in the stadium. And we were late to something. It was that was my first point.
We're waiting at the esports gaming for Alondra and Julieta.
Yes.
Shout out to my girls. Shout out to Alondra and Julieta. Gracias. Experiencias Roiiblancas. For real.
Yes. Yes. So it's very, I love this because you are 13 years old, right? So you are exactly at that age where, as you know, Liga MX Femenil is new. It's only 6 years old. So you are at the exact same age where you can be like, hey, I want to play football, soccer, and I want to because I'm watching my idols, my Chivas Femenil. I'm watching Licha Cervantes. I want to be like Licha. I want to be like Caro Jaramillo. I want to be like Chelly Torres. You have these references as if when when I was like super young, when I was your age, I didn't have these kind of references. So it's very exciting to see that young girls as yourself can have these images of not only because you are a Chiva hermana and you love Chivas, but you can translate that passion to the girls' team and to the girls' side because now we have a professional woman team. So that's incredible, and I wish you the best of luck. You keep pursuing that football dream. I will be watching, and I will be asking your dad how you're doing. So it's very exciting to listen to it. Also, that you are sharing that it's a very unique experience to be in El Estadio AKRON. Us as Mexicans living in Mexico, I have the great fortune, and also because I have the greatest opportunity and blessing to work for Chivas, but I have the opportunity to go to the Estadio AKRON. And for me, it's like, okay, like, yeah, Estadio AKRON, yeah, I like it's my second house. But you living in the United States, it's trickier. So being able to be in El Estadio AKRON and have that experience of La Porra, of the songs, of the atmosphere, of how everything is lit up, everything surrounding the stadium is just breathtaking. So tell me a little bit more, Juan Jose, about your experience going to El Estadio AKRON.
My first game was high because it was my first Clásico Tapatio game. It was Alas versus Chivas, and my dad missed some goals, but he was there to experience the goals too. It was 4-1. I basically winning 5 goals, but I didn't like the goal that Chivas gave up because that was a perfect play. But we should have not waited, and we should have just went inside and blocked that. But we still won. I experienced the Bora. I was right there, just tearing all the time. So this was the best time I ever had.
Awesome. And we were talking off air because we were trying to just like keep going the conversation and try to shake off the nerves and try to make this the most casual and friendly conversation ever for you watching right now. And I was asking them like, hey, who's your favorite Chivas player? And I was hoping like Pollo Briseño. And who do you said it was your favorite player, Juan Jose?
I said it was Bofo because all the stuff he did, it was tight. And my dad showed me him, and I love that how he played all the highly classes. He that I wanted to be like him. He showed me him, so I've been on my best work trying to be.
What I'm trying to show him Bofo is because the discipline also he took on that Boca Juniors game. You know, there's people throwing stuff at him, saying, you know, the players, the own players from the team, knocking them, hitting them down. And that's what I'm trying to show him too. You know, there's always going to be people talking of people around, always going to be saying stuff. But you got to be focused on your game plan and what you want to do, your purpose, you know?
Yes.
And that's why Bofo is also a good example. You know, nobody's perfect, but you know, in the football world, he's one of the best players. You know, that has been through Chivas and put on the Chivas uniform.
For sure, absolutely. And I was like blown away because, as I said, I was expecting to him telling me like, no, a younger player or a new generation player. Because I mean, you are 11 years old, and when you told me it was Bofo, I was like, oh my gosh! Like, if you that tells me how true of a Chivas fan your family is, because you try to teach them about discipline, about amor a la camiseta. You know what I mean? And the perfect example of that, or one of the perfect examples of players historically speaking of Chivas, is Adolfo El Bofo Bautista. So. I wanted to bring this up again because I thought it was very impressive for somebody so young as you to have Bofo as an idol and as a reference. So I'm going to you are going to share with us a video of that experience in that Atlas game, right?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so let's go watch it. Okay, that was awesome. So that was incredible. So are you planning on going to Estadio AKRON again?
Yes, we have a Chiva Family.
Chiva Bonos.
Yes.
Incredible. So I wish you the best of luck. Please let me know when you're there so we can contact Alondra and Julieta again and see what we can do. But and I hope I get to know you guys sometime in person. And thank you for being here and being my awesome and amazing guests. Little Israel just took off.
Yeah.
But it's okay. And I'm very, very, very grateful for your time. Thank you so much again. Genesis, go ahead.
Y quiero decir una más cosa. I wanted to say, well, my first game is always gonna be my favorite, and it's gonna be inside my heart forever. The celebrate the dale, that one.
Dale, rebaño.
That's always that's the first one I ever learned. It's always gonna be right there because I experienced that everybody was jumping up and down, and I was like, wow, this is what I got to experience. I never got to see this crowd that like big and like scream.
I know you're a 49er fan. We're Cowboys fans.
Oh.
So they've been to Cowboys games, they've been to Laker games, but soccer is a different beast, a different animal, you know? So they got to experience the Fora coming in, out. I got my tickets next to the Fora right there on T28, row A, just to be looking, you know, to be in the whole scene. So we want to close out too by singing Dale, dale, rebaño. Dale, 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 rebaño. Dale. Rebaño.
Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so much. And thank you for watching. Remember to like this video, to share, and to subscribe to our official YouTube channel. And I will see you on next episode. Bye.
Bye.
We got to know you.